watching another fantastic episode of A Heart Full of Thanks. I'm your host, Sharon, and I'm delighted to have you watch this program today. We have some dynamic individuals on the show, so get everybody ready and get in front of your TV. You're watching A Heart Full of Thanks, and for those that want to know more about us, go to our website, www.aheartfullofThanks.com. And also we have a site for those shows that you may have missed and you want to see, which is A Heart Full of Thanks, 3.blogspot.com. Again, that's www.aheartfullofThanks, 3.blogspot.com. And of course, if you want to tell us anything or you have ideas that you want to share with us, you can email us at aheartfullofThanks3@yahoo.com. You're watching A Heart Full of Thanks. On today's show, we have a wonderful guest. His name is Carlos Dorsey. He's a personal certified trainer. And for those of you who are trying to get fit, this information you do not want to miss. So get ready to hear what Carlos has to say. On behalf of A Heart Full of Thanks, before you start any fitness program, please consult your personal physician, because this information presented is intended for educational purposes only. I'm your host, Sharon, also known as Lady Wellness, and you're watching A Heart Full of Thanks. Again, like I said, on today's show, we have a fantastic guest. His name is Carlos Dorsey. Carlos, welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. It's a treat to have you on the show, and I want you to actually tell the audience, our viewers, what it's like to be a certified personal fitness instructor.
Well, it's great. It's fantastic because you get to help others. You get to help others achieve their goals, be successful in healthy living, wellness programs, and learn how to exercise and take care of themselves. So it's a very gratifying, type of position, type of work.
Wonderful, wonderful. I had the honor of meeting you, and I was fascinated with the fact that you have been through so many things in life, and you have a great testimony. And I know those of you that are watching, get everybody together. I'm not going to go into the testimony right now. We're going to talk about fitness for a moment. But keep in mind, Charles has a fantastic testimony, and we want you to know about it. But as we talk about fitness, how can you be a blessing as a certified trainer for those who are watching who are out of shape? What could you say to them?
It's to know that in order to stay well and healthy, you have to bring nutrition and exercise together so that they work together for the best healthy body that you can get.
I think that's a great statement to leave in the minds of our viewers, because in today's society, a lot of folks are not really taking their health into their own hands, and they're not taking their health seriously. Nutrition, people are eating anything, and they're not really exercising. I know it's important for us to recognize that we do need to talk to a professional, and as a certified trainer, how do you set that up? If somebody says, okay, I would like to know, what do I do first? How do I get started with you, Carlos?
Well, I would sit down with them, and actually what I normally do, I do an assessment on them.
Okay.
I go over all of the type of, any kind of surgery they may have had,
Okay.
any kind of medications they may be using, and then we talk about how their eating habits are.
All right.
Okay, so we get into their nutrition and what they're eating, when they're eating, how often they eat, and also their hydration, how much water they're drinking. First, I put that out first because nutrition is 80–90% of the work. Next comes exercise. Mm-hmm. You have to exercise your body in order to get it prepared for any kind of functional activities. You want to speed your metabolism up. That helps to speed your metabolism. It helps to keep you flexible. Mm-hmm. It helps to keep the muscles and your body tight and toned.
Now you hear that. It's important that you look at nutrition from a standpoint that's going to help you physically to be able to do the workout. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Now, I'm quite sure all our viewers has everybody in front of the camera now. So, that testimony we've been waiting for, Charles, I would be delighted for you to tell your story. That testimony that I know everybody would be amazed what God has done for you.
Yeah, I guess when I was in college, I went to school in Indiana. We were on our way back for a holiday. And I got thrown from the car. We were in a car accident. I got thrown from the car, ended up on a highway. God picked me up from the highway, took me to the side of the road, and I collapsed on the side of the road because I don't recall any of that. Ended up in a hospital in Ohio, and they didn't know what to do with me. So they actually transported me in an ambulance from Ohio to Baltimore so that I could be close to the family. And then when I got here to Baltimore, they were going to release me. They were going to release me from the hospital without even really checking me out. So but they had to, in order, I guess, protocol was they had to bring a general practitioner in to check me out, to verify that they could release me. So they called in my doctor, and my doctor came in. He saw that I had blood in one ear, wet blood in one ear, dry blood in the other ear, and he called a neurosurgeon right away. And a neurosurgeon came in, they had to operate, they found out that I had what's called a cerebral hematoma, which is a blood clot on the brain. And my doctor told me, he gives my testimony to his patients all the time. And with him giving them, he tells them all the time that within 45 minutes you normally die from having a cerebral hematoma. And I lived a few days, couple of days, because like I said, I was released from Ohio, then to Baltimore, and then they were going to release me from there. So praise God, I made it through that. The surgery was tremendous. I mean, they removed the blood clot. I had a bruised lung. I had a fractured spine. I had broken toes. So I had quite a few injuries. And after the injuries, the doctors told me not to exercise or do anything. I played football in college, but besides that, the doctors told me not to exercise or do anything after the surgery for 6 weeks, at least 6 weeks. I couldn't do it. I couldn't wait the 6 weeks, so I started exercising 2 weeks after the surgery. And I started feeling better about myself, started feeling stronger, and it brought things around and helped. It actually helped instead of hindered my healing. So from that point on, I was really, it made me so much more gung-ho for physical fitness and health that, that's the reason why this is so much of a passion for me.
I have to say, Carlos, that testimony and you being able to walk away from a hospital and then go to another hospital before they actually realize how serious your ailment was, and for you to be able to be motivated, to be able to continue to be in taking care of yourself and getting into fitness, it's enough to motivate anybody to get off the couch. Look at Mr. Dorsey and say, I'm with you. So Carlos, all our viewers are going to be hitting you up on your email. And again, give that contact information for those that's just coming in.
It's Carlos Dorsey, and it's C as in Charles, T as in Tom, D as in David, the number 2, Carlos, CARLOS, @yahoo.com.
Fantastic. This is what we've been waiting for, Carlos Dorsey. And he's going to do some dynamic fitness training that will enhance your well-being. However, I want to ask Carlos something. Would you come back on the show?
Absolutely.
Because our heart full of thanks, we'll be delighted to have you on the show again.
Fantastic.
So keep in mind, Carlos Dorsey is going to come back on the show. And Carlos, anything you want to share?
Before you start any exercise routine or program at home, make sure you consult your physician. I'm Carlos Dorsey, and what I'm going to show you a way you can do exercises at home without weights, and you use your body as your weight. It's called calisthenics and plyometrics. Okay, it's good for any kind of exercises. For a lot of people who don't have gym memberships or don't have time to get to the gym, they can do it at home. Okay. Before any exercise routine and before any kind of strenuous exercise, what you want to make sure you do, you want to make sure that you warm your body. You get your muscles flexible, you get your blood stimulated in your system so that your body has less of a chance of injuring yourself, okay? And how you do that, you do simple calisthenics in order to warm your body up. You want to do about 5 minutes in order to get your body nice and warm, and your muscles nice and flexible, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with simple, you pretend you have a jump rope in your hand, and you simply start jumping up and down, okay? Do that for about a minute. What this does is it stimulates your calves, it stimulates your muscles in your legs, as well as your upper body, okay? Because you're acting as though you have a jump rope. And after you do that for about a minute, you're going to feel it. You're going to start to feel your temperature in your body going up. You want to get that up to about 4 to 5 degrees, okay? After you do that, you want to do something called power jacks. And what power jacks are, you simply jump up, go down, okay? Put your hands in front of you, get your legs parallel to the ground, and you stop, and you come up. If you do that about between 14 and 20 times, your body will start to get nice and warm. You'll feel it, okay? I got a million other exercises we can go through. Maybe I'll do it next time when they invite me on the show. Make sure that while you're exercising, that you're sipping on water throughout your whole exercise, because you want to keep the oxygen in your muscles. When you have oxygen in your muscles, that's when it takes a little bit longer to feel that burn. You know how when you're exercising, you feel that burn? It's because the oxygen is being depleted from your muscles and the lactic acid is taking over. So stay hydrated. I also like to do one shout out to Ryan Brown. He does relaxation techniques as well as relaxation products, bath and oils products. Just want to do one shout out to him. And again, my contact information is Carlos Dorsey, C as in Carlos, T as in Todd, D as in David, the number 2, Carlos, C-A-R-L-O-S, @yahoo.com. Thank you.
Fantastic. I want to say to you that you're a dynamic fitness instructor, certified trainer, #1 as far as a heart full of thanks is concerned, and our viewing audience. So we look forward to you coming back and doing it again and again. And so keep in mind that Carlos Dorsey will be on a heart full of thanks helping you with your fitness program. Now, I am delighted to have the producer of the show, James Williams. James, would you please come on up? What an honor.
Thank you, Sharon.
Oh, my pleasure.
And Mr. Dorsey, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And as we always say when we close, from a heart full of thanks, with a heart full of thanks, God bless you until the next episode.